Hey everybody, how is it going? How are you spending your Monday, your Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I want to talk today about something that Martin Luther King Jr. is quite known for, his I Have a Dream speech. And I want us to think about just that idea of dreams or dreaming and have you think about, are you a dreamer? Are you someone who not only thinks about today, but you have dreams and visions of tomorrow and the future? And it's interesting to think about because, as a child, I know that I had a really active imagination. And I remember, doing different like radio shows as a kid with the little cassette player where you could press a button and the microphone would amplify your voice. And we had, I believe, cassette tapes, definitely aging myself here, right? Cassette tapes where we could record our little radio shows. It was so much fun. And that was just one of many other things that I did to create and be creative. And so I'd like you to consider, is that something that you did as a child? Are you still doing things like that? Are you still doing creative and fun activities for yourself? But as far as, dreaming as a child, I think it's really interesting and also a bit concerning that I know in education, there were times where myself included got in trouble for daydreaming during school or during class. And I just think it's so important for kids to be allowed and not only allowed, but encouraged to express themselves and to allow their creative genius to flow through them. So just something I've been thinking about a bit. But that ties in with dreams. And so, let me know how much you know about Martin Luther King Jr. Or other people in history or maybe in your life now who express their dream or their dreams for themselves and for others. I think it's really important, at least I know for myself, to have a vision and have dreams for things that not only benefit myself, but that will benefit others and benefit society as a whole. And so I think, we could think of some kind of crazy examples perhaps, but it's not necessarily crazy. It could be happening, right? It might be happening to you. It might be happening to people all around you, where we can get very maybe focused on ourselves and what we want, what we desire. And it may be something that will not be used for the greater good, but you might really enjoy it. Okay, so not that everything has to be spread throughout society and everything. But, maybe an example would be that you just have really been wanting some type of object. Maybe it is that car that you've always wanted. And you use that car for yourself, but it's more just to kind of show other people and you're proud of it and you are happy and it's kind of changed the way that you feel about some things. But that car isn't really necessarily being used to help others. Maybe it sits in the garage a lot. That's just an example, right? But you being happier and really excited about that car could certainly impact other people in your life. So we could look at that and see how that could be of value to other people if it's influencing how you are excited and how you are being with other people. So anyway, as far as a dream, I want you to think about, if you were to just really reflect, what is something that you could take something that you've been concerned about. It could be something that that change is needed in that area. And, that's definitely what Martin Luther King Jr. did, right? thinking about things that were going on at the time that he was alive, and things that were impacting people that he wanted to have people see and project and actively work toward a change, a societal transformation, so to speak. So I wanted to share with you, certainly my vision for certain things in the work that I do has changed in some ways. Some things have stayed the same. One of the things that I'm super passionate about is I have a dream that future generations will be healthy and vibrant and thriving. And if I only look at our current circumstances, that might seem a bit impossible, right? But it's important for us to still put those dreams, those visions out there if we're ever going to be able to achieve them. If you follow me for a while, you know that there is research out there showing that this generation of kids is projected to die sooner than their parents, that the parents will outlive their children. And I would say that, that is a grim reality, or a grim possibility, might be a better way to say it, because I don't believe in things being set in place or set in stone. The only way that it will be set in stone is if we refuse to acknowledge the direction that we're headed, and we refuse to make any changes. That is when we will continue on the path and the trajectory that we are currently on as a society. It's important too that, Martin Luther King Jr., let's think about him too, and think about how he could have easily thought, well, I've got, these people over here that disagree with me, laws in place that are going against his dream, letting himself be stopped, and not fully expressing his vision and his dream for a better future, for a better tomorrow, for not only himself, but his children and his grandchildren and future generations, and not just his family, but other families, and society as a whole. So the dreams that we have are so important to put out there, so that we're able to keep that in mind and continue to take actions that will get us closer to that vision that we desire, versus perhaps visions of a bleak tomorrow, visions of doom and gloom that we're so often presented with. If we watch the news, if we watch the news on our phone, if we look at certain things on technology, or we even just look at things going on in society that are what we don't want to have happen, if we get so sucked into that, how are we ever going to work toward a better future, a better tomorrow? We won't. We'll get sucked into the doom and gloom. So I'd love to hear your dream, or one of your dreams. Put it in the comments, or you could private message me. But I have a dream that our, children, grandchildren, future generations are going to have an appreciation for true health, and what true health looks like, what true health doesn't look like. And that true health comes from leading a healthy lifestyle through ongoing efforts, and not just a quick fix. That this, the future generations, and it starts with us though, so we can't just axe ourselves out of this equation. If this is going to happen, we need to set an example for future generations. But in my dream, in my vision, future generations will be acknowledging their desires. They will be following their hearts, will be following their dreams, and not just doing what society perhaps would like them to do. They're going to honor their own needs, their own desires. And as a result, that will also lead to a way healthier generation, What happens to people who are ignoring their body, who are ignoring, the signs that they're on a bad trajectory? If you are, doing a job you absolutely hate and that you barely can get yourself out of bed every morning because you hate what you're doing, it's not what you're supposed to be doing, that can manifest as health problems. I know all too well what that's like. And so I challenge you to look at your life. And, a lot of times we joke around or we say, if someone asks you how you're doing, do you ever say to them, oh, living the dream? But with a whole lot of sarcasm, because you are just dragging yourself through each day, trying to survive, but you absolutely despise or dislike the work that you do or the things that you're doing, and you don't feel in control at all about your life. It's important to live a life that is meant for you and not for someone else. Someone else might have wanted you to go to school for certain things. Someone else might have wanted you to get that big paying job. Someone else might have wanted you to, fill in the blank with whatever it is. But that if that's not something that lights you up and isn't something that you should have been doing in the first place, you are going to be feeling that. And so I would love to hear your dreams, your visions. It could be related to your health. It could be related to your job, your career. It could be related to your relationships. Maybe you desire more freedom in your life, more freedom regarding your finances, regarding the time that you have to do the things that you enjoy. So look forward to continuing this conversation. If you are feeling really stuck and you know that you are unhappy in your current situation, if it's regarding your health, I can help you out with the health coaching side of things. I also do life coaching. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in doing, exploring, because, life is short. We don't know how much time we will be given. And to continue to live in a struggle state, and for some people, if they don't seek help, they don't do anything different, they're stuck on repeat. The hamster wheel, the merry-go-round, they're just going round and round and round, living the same life that they've always lived. No growth, no change, and feeling stuck in the rut that they've been living. Would you agree that that's not the life that you want to live, that you deserve to live? And again, the life that you are willing to settle for is going to be the life that you will have. And then, the way that life makes you feel, though, those feelings are going to be projected on everyone else in your life and everyone that you come in contact with. So not only are you limiting yourself, you are limiting others around you and exuding misery. If you're miserable and you hate your job, you hate your life, your health is struggling, and so on and so forth. So I think often people underestimate the power of taking some action and making some changes in their life, because it can make all the difference. I know it has for me. Have a great day, guys. Can't wait to hear your dreams, and don't be afraid to dream. We were created to be dreamers. We've just turned it off and been told sometimes that we shouldn't. So have a great day. Bye.